Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me, whether it's on record or live. Pleasure to be with you. And it's a beautiful morning here again. Wee bit breezy. Hi Jacqueline, lovely to see you. Hope you're well. Hi to everybody who's just joined me live. It's a lovely morning. Hi Alison. It's mild. There's a breeze that keeps a sense of coolness. Good morning Pamela, lovely to see you. Hope you're well. Birds are in full song. And I'll just change camera direction just now. Hi Alison, lovely to see you. So we'll just go down to the burn first. Walking by and stopping to enjoy the few dandelions that we've still got that are bright and yellow. Most of them have turned and there's a lovely insect on it. That was a nice little song, wasn't it? This beautiful tree. It's all that fine detail. Just a pleasure. And then behind it, a silver birch, I think. And everything seems quiet and peaceful. Lots and lots of blackbirds about just now. I think that's what was making the song. Still have some blossom here, the hawthorns. Good morning Morag, lovely to see you. Look at that. Amazing, both the technology and the beauty of the flowers. A wild strawberry flower. Good morning Maria. Morning Jean, lovely to see you both. Look at the grasses just coming through now. So it's day by day, moment by moment, all these things are changing. I was actually thinking just as I was coming out that it didn't seem that long ago that I was skating on thin ice, basically, walking in these paths, frozen over. The snow had been, rain had come, but it hadn't melted fully. And now, just a couple of months later, but seemingly moment by moment, day by day, everything shifts and changes. And I'm going to post up, I haven't had the time to do it this morning, I was just finished a talk for a group of carers, which was lovely. But this morning at just around 7ish, I got up and I looked out the back as normal, which I always do, to just get a nice first view of things. And there were 3 fox cubs on top of our rabbit hutches run, which was not so good for the rabbits, but they were gorgeous tiny little things. And the mum and the dad were there as well, so 5 foxes in our garden. That's the first time we've ever seen more than 2, and we've only ever seen 2 in the garden, very rarely. So it was a really special moment. I've got it in film, and I went out both to make sure the rabbits were okay, but also to get closer to them. And the weeest one just came virtually right up to me. I've got it on film, and I could have patted it. It's astonishing. It's too young to be scared. How does that say about nature and the difficulties of life? But here we are at the burn. A gorgeous sound of the birds, their song, and the burn has its song as well. And I'll go down so we get a wee bit closer under the bridge. Because under the bridge is stopping some of the sound coming. So you can hear it better now. And these ferns just providing a lovely foreground. And to think that just a couple of weeks ago the ferns weren't big enough to be blocking the view down here. Lovely stream flowing to the fern side of that big rock. The way it's particularly flowing is beautiful. Straight down a wee narrow channel, two wee narrow channels. Then they meet and then they are sort of pushed in different directions by the various rocks. And then move down here. Lovely reflections of the sky. And beautiful ripple effects. That kind of hazy, shimmering feeling. And that goes all the way down past Bent Cemetery, where my parents are buried, and my Aunt Frances and my Aunt Mary, and a memorial to my Aunt Elizabeth, who died aged 3 months in 1916. So I've got a lot of personal connection to this burn, because then it flows beyond, round the back of Hamilton Grammar, where my children went to school, and my mum and dad's house where I grew up and knew for 50 years. So although the water that's flowing is water that I've never seen before, that's the nature of burns, isn't it, in rivers. And it holds beautiful memories for me of lovely people. Oh, and looking at it this way, now you've got the darkness. This is different. Oh, it's so quiet. So very, very quiet. And now the leaves are so filled, so full. There's hardly any sunlight actually able to get into that area of the burn. So it's not only quieter sound, it's much, much darker. And so the little moments, little bits of sunlight getting through, creating lovely sort of sporadic reflections there. Beautiful, absolutely lovely. And the birds still singing. And these leaves are now absolutely gorgeous. So we'll just go up the hill. And you can sense how quiet, how little rain there's been, the quietness of the burn. So the bird's song dominates the senses, which is a lovely thing to have happen to you, to be sung to by the birds. And down here, lots of ferns. Down there with the burn. And you can see the difference in the light effect. The trees blocking it, and then the open space area, so brightly green. And to stop and look at this intricate network going down the hill again of roots. And you see how Life pervades everything. It's beautiful, absolutely stunning. More gorgeous blossom here. So lucky to have this array of life here, these gorgeous trees in their own unique shaping. Really like works of art, just the way they've randomly come together, separate out space and light. Good morning, Karen, lovely to see you, thanks for joining us. And I can feel my footsteps, I can feel the exercise on my calves and my thighs going up the hill, and that feels pleasant as well. Human machinery in the distance, such as life, that's okay. Just accept it. Not as nice as the birdsong. And with mindfulness, we put aside our thinking. It's one of the big lessons I've learned. Not always applied, but hopefully more often than not. That thinking is a great tool, but we should be the one who decides when to think and what to think. Look at that. Isn't that astonishing? How nature's complexity, every one of those a seed. And look at I think there's speedwells there. These little beautiful but yeah, we decide when to activate our thinking rather than our mind automatically producing thoughts. Because when the mind produces thoughts all by itself, A, they're predominantly negative, that's how evolution has formed us. And not only are they predominantly negative, but they often come at a time when we're actually trying to do something else. And they distract us from what we want to do with our lives. So we need to get control of our thinking, control of our minds. And we choose when to look at a buttercup and when to just take time to experience, to see what we see, hear what we hear, feel the fresh air in our face, without ruminating, without thinking, without pondering, without ticking boxes, without naming things, without saying, oh, that's that, that's that. Nature and all its astonishing forms of life that we're seeing just now, they all existed way before human beings gave them names. And of course, in every language, they have different names for these plants, these trees. So what we're trying to do in mindfulness, and this is from classic Zen, is try to have the experience before the thought. So just the raw experience. So you're not saying, oh look, there's some broom there. You're just seeing the beauty of the yellow, and they're not necessarily, the buttercups existed before we called them buttercups, so let's just see them for the astonishing gift of nature that they are. I always try to express it as a raw immediacy. What's the instant experience of seeing these trees? What's the instant experience of hearing the birdsong? What's the instant experience of taking a step? What's the instant experience of feeling fresh air in your hands and on your face? And then you're more fully alive. And ultimately, mindfulness exists to help you be more fully alive, to gain more from these moments, and to help prevent your mind from ruining moments for yourself and for those around you. Because when we're in a rotten mood, you can be sure that those around us will not get the benefit of the best of us. So I'll leave you with those thoughts. Hopefully these experiences of seeing and hearing. I'll just walk in silence for the next 30 seconds or so before I switch off. But have a lovely day, everyone. Get out if you can. And if you can't, try and just even look out the window, see what's out there. This is your world. You're part of this. Lovely little triangular shaped one to leave you with. I'll be back on this evening, 8:15. So hope some of you can join me then. Take care now. Okay, everyone, take care now. Bye.